I hate to break it to you, but there are a few itsy bitsy major interior design mistakes you may be making in your bathroom that you don't even know about. And guess what? They're probably going to cost you a lot of time and money if you don't fix them right now. So this is a video you don't want to miss. Before we get into today's video though, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check me out on Instagram. And I do want to say thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring today's video. We actually teamed up for a very special project, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. I've been keeping it a secret, and I'm going to tell you all about that a little bit later on, so be sure to keep on watching. Let's get into today's video. So the very first bathroom design mistake you're probably making is that you are rocking the single shower door or the open shower. So single shower doors have become incredibly popular as of late. And let's face it, I have one, right? And I like it, but it's an interior design mistake. And though there are two reasons for that. Reason number one, when you have a single shower door or you have a completely open shower, it may look really good, and it does look really good, but you are freezing your butt off while you're taking a shower, right? Because all of that air is drafting in and you just don't get that good shower experience, right? Most of us only shower once a day, right? And you want to enjoy that 5-minute or 10-minute, or let's not do more than 10 minutes because of the environment amount of time that you're taking showering, right? But you want to be warm, you want to enjoy the shower, you want it to be toasty and like decompress and think about all of life's problems. You can't do that if you're freezing and shivering. So that is the problem with the single shower door. It's just cold and it's uncomfortable. So that's not great. And also, when you have the single shower door, the next problem is that a lot of water escapes. A lot of water escapes. Of course, they were designed in mind for that not to happen. Of course, if you silicone that single shower door, less water will escape, right? But inevitably, water does get out, at least a lot more so as compared to a sliding shower door or just having two doors there. And when that water gets out, it's going to mess up your grout lines, it is going to mess up your paint, it is going to mess up whatever is just on the exterior of that shower. And when we mix water, lots of water with paint and wood, we get rot, right? And that is not something that we want. We want to keep our homes in pristine condition. So this little thing that you chose to do because it looks good, and again, I agree that it looks good, I have it, it's going to mess up your space. The only time that a single shower door is not going to cause harm is that maybe you have all granite walls or all marble walls, and like lucky you, that's fantastic, but just most of us don't have that, right? So it just is getting out and it's ruining your rugs and your paint and your walls, and it's really just not worth it. If you want to have something that's a little bit more open, maybe you could just get a frameless 2 shower doors, right? So they don't have any type of metal border, right? They're just very sleek, right? So it looks like it's completely open, but it's just a facade, right? There are still doors there. Now, another reason people do this, right, is just because they don't like the door aspect. So if you're a person who has a bathtub and a shower, maybe actually consider just doing something separate, right? So you have an exposed bathtub and a closed shower. So you get something that is exposed, but then the shower, which creates a lot of mess, is still contained, right? So that we do not have this issue. I'm not saying get rid of your single shower doors. I know that this is really expensive. It just means just like keep in mind where you're showering, or try to silicone and caulk your things very regularly so that you do not have any problems. But if you have it in the budget to add another door, maybe do that, or just get a shorter shower head that doesn't shoot water out of the bathroom, right? And of course, there are other ways to heat yourself up. Turn the heat on, get a towel warmer, things like that. But all in all, it is just a major bathroom design mistake because it's super impractical, and it's going to cost you money when you have to repaint, recaulk, re-silicone, all of that good stuff. And it's going to cost you a lot of money when you inevitably add another door because you're tired of freezing in the shower. The next design mistake you're probably making is that you are struggling with storage. I know you're probably thinking, well, wouldn't I know if I was struggling with this? Yes and no. Most people either have a bathroom that looks good or is practical with tons of storage. And for right now, those two concepts seem to be mutually exclusive. You have to remember that the bathroom needs to accommodate all of your bathing, skincare, and makeup products. It doesn't make sense to have those products overflowing to other parts of the home. And it's not just me saying this, your wife, your mom, your sister, your daughter, they all agree with me. To create a bathroom that both looks good and has adequate storage, you need to focus on lighting and storage containers. If you want to know my very best tips on improving storage in the bathroom, you need to check out Interior Motives by Wayfair. You probably know Wayfair from their site where you can find products that are perfect for you, but you might not know about their YouTube channel. A few months ago, I had the absolute pleasure of hosting Interior Motives, which is a show where we solve wildly specific interior design problems and craft a space that perfectly meets your design needs. I love that Interior Motives is so relatable. Throughout a single episode, you'll probably laugh, cry, take tons of notes, and learn interior design tips that you've never heard before. Interior Motives is a judgment-free zone where we come up with practical solutions to design problems. I also love that we take a deep dive into different parts of the home, which is just something you don't see very often, and I think you'll love it. Honestly, I have never in my life had more fun creating content, and each episode was truly written with you guys in mind, so I'd love it if you checked it out. It's so special to me. In the very first episode of Interior Motives, I show you how to create an extremely chic bathroom that is stylish and filled with storage. I talk all about how to conceal different types of storage containers and how to balance those storage containers with decor. You can't stop buying too much makeup and skincare? Well, me neither. I'm in the same boat as you. So we actually troubleshoot the problem instead of trying to make you part with your precious makeup. Go check out the full episode of Interior Motives and subscribe to Wayfair if you want to stay up to date on all of their great content. I've included a link in the description, you won't regret it. And there is an entire season, so be sure again to smash that subscribe button so that you can see each of the episodes. Let's talk now about some more design mistakes you're probably making in your bathroom. So we've already talked a bit about storage, but I have to talk about it some more with this next design mistake you probably don't know you're making, and that mistake is the pipe vanity. So I love the look. Pipe vanities are glorious. They're glamorous. They are chic. They're every positive adjective you could come up with for design. It's that, right? They look amazing. But you will often notice that you only see these vanities in hotels, in restaurants, in places where people don't live every single day. And the reason being that the pipe vanity is extremely impractical because it has absolutely no storage, right? You're not going to hang your towels on the pipes. If you're doing that, maybe if there's a designated towel bar, but otherwise there's no place to store anything. Where are you going to put your skincare, your makeup, your washcloths, your towels, your cup of water that you bring into the bathroom that you're going to drink before bed, but then you never drink, and then you have 10 different glasses sitting on your countertop, or maybe that's just me. Where are you going to put all of these things? You have no place to put anything when you have the pipe vanity. And as we discussed in that first episode of Interior Motives, there are limited places to put stored items in a bathroom, so we have to be very strategic. So for your primary bathrooms, your guest bathrooms, your children's bathrooms, we want to use closed vanities, not pipe vanities, right? We just need that storage. It's going to make everything so much cleaner and visually appealing, and you're just going to have to spend less time tidying because tidying is the bane of my existence. It just costs way too much time, and I don't want to have to do that. So if everything is tucked away, you do not have to see it, even if it is messy, right? And that's the fact of the matter, and we have to be honest about that. The next issue with the pipe vanity is that there is a lot of dust. There is nothing that you can really see dust on quite like something made of metal, right? Because then it is a fuzzy metal. You're like, ooh, the metal is growing hair. It is not growing hair. That is dust, and it does not look good. And not only does dust not look good, but we do not want to inhale dust because then we were sneezing and we were coughing. It looks like I'm literally trying to do a dance. I'm not. You're sneezing, you're coughing, you're uncomfortable. You don't want any of that. It requires a lot more upkeep, and it accrues a lot more dust than your normal cabinets, right? There are more nooks and crannies for things to get caught in. So it's impractical because there's no storage, and it's impractical because it requires so much more cleaning that we do not want to do. The next bathroom design mistake you may be making that you don't even know about is that you are not matching your faucet to your drain cover. So these days, everyone is switching out their faucets to really bring their design style into the bathroom. And I love it. I'm eating it up because I love the self-expression, right? Changing out your faucets and your hardware, those are the most affordable and easiest way to bring character into any space, especially a rented space. Now, the one thing though that I'm seeing people do wrong is that they are switching out these faucets, but they are forgetting about that drain cover. So let me set the scene. You're putting in this real fancy schmancy gold faucet, and I love it, right? I love it, and I want to know where you got it from because it looks divine, right? And fantastic. We have a new faucet. We put it in correctly. There's no leaking. We didn't have to call the plumber. It's the best day ever. But we didn't change out the drain cover. So this beautiful gold vignette that you're trying to craft is now really just, the show is stolen from it because of this silver drain cover, right? If you're mixing metals, this is great, right? You can do this, but you can always see the contrast there because the faucet and the drain cover are always in very close proximity to one another. When you do not switch them, it is very, very, very apparent. Now, I know that this is really difficult to remedy because a lot of faucets are sold without drain covers. I know this because I just bought a faucet and it didn't come with a drain cover, and I'm still trying to troubleshoot it, and it is keeping me up at night, right? So this is an interior design mistake that I'm also making, right? Because we're all in this together, right? We're all in this together. But we want to make sure that they're just coordinating with one another. It just looks a lot more crisp and pristine, and that is exactly how we want all of our designs to look. Now, if you cannot find a perfect drain cover to match your faucet, you can always DIY this, get some spray paint, and just make sure to seal it so that it doesn't get washed away with the pressure of the water. But having them look uniform is extremely important. And this is something, if you've ever changed a faucet, you have noticed this. It is something that you don't think about before, but in the moment you're like, wow, this is a huge deal. The very next bathroom design mistake you're probably making that you don't even know about is that your art is being ruined by steam. So if you watch the episode of Interior Motives, which if you haven't yet, go watch it right now, the link is in the description, you will know that art and steam do not go together. They do not go together, right? Art is very, very sensitive. So in our bathrooms, of course, we want to put art, but it does get ruined by a shower or a bathtub. So if this is a hall bathroom or a bathroom where you don't have something like that, it's fine. Put all the art up you want. But if there's a shower, if there's a bathtub, that steam is going to damage your artwork over time. Not immediately, it's not going to go in there and melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. Just over time, it will start to degrade. And if it's special to you, we want to keep it for years and years and years. So what are we going to do? I'm not saying don't have any art in your bathroom. What I want you to start doing is actually purchase art that is made on acrylic. So if you don't know what this is, acrylic, we know what acrylic is because we've seen it a lot out and about. But acrylic is just clear plastic, right? And they actually print art on it. So the art isn't going to be impacted in the same way by steam because it just doesn't get quite as hot or hot enough in the bathroom to really impact that acrylic. We know that because we have the acrylic organizers. If those acrylic organizers didn't stand up, they would also just have melted all over your vanities. And that hasn't happened yet. At least it hasn't happened yet to me, and I haven't heard of it happening to anyone. So if we can get our art printed on this, this is a great way to go about it. And if you don't go to museums and you still don't know what I'm talking about, I know you have seen National Treasure with Nicolas Cage. Do you not see how they were taking care of the Declaration of Independence? It is the same for artwork, right? So it needs really, really, really severe temperature balance. So to add some art to your bathroom, just get things that are printed on acrylic or glass. Now, if you can't find any of that you really love, just remember that you can add an artistic flair to your bathroom by adding lots of decor to your tabletops and storage containers, just kind of interspersing decor with storage items. And you can use wallpaper. There are certain types of wallpaper that are really, really durable when it comes to steam and stuff like that. And you can always use paint to paint designs up on the wall so you actually have art in that way. And when you're selecting paint for your bathroom, there are tons of like mildew and mold resistant paints that you can use so that you don't have to worry about your paint getting messed up by the moisture and the humidity. So no matter what, you can have art in the bathroom. You're just going to have to take a non-traditional approach to it. So again, glass, acrylic, wallpaper, and paint. Those are the 4 tools you can really use to create an artistic flair to your bathroom without ruining your things. Okay, you guys, that's it for today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and again, check me out on Instagram, and please be sure to go check out the full episode of Interior Motives and subscribe to Wayfair's YouTube channel so that you can stay up to date on Interior Motives and all of their other fantastic series. I have literally binged it all, I love it all, and I know you're gonna love it too. I've included a link down in the description box. I promise you, you won't regret it. Until next time, have a beautiful day.